When did you first realize there was an issue with the hedges?
I think I heard, or a neighbor said something to me that the hedges were being removed, and I asked him to stop.
Why?
Because I like privacy. These had protected me. When those are cut down, you can see this trailer, this white, dirty trailer.
Has the trailer been moved?
The trailer is gone and there's a new family there.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have now a fence with a gate and the children play and we have lemonade and we talk and we share fruit and they're nice to me.
So then why are we here?
Because I asked him not to cut my hedge and he did anyway and he broke my fence. He was rude to me and I liked the hedge. I like green foliage.
So you would rather have a hedge than what you have now?
Absolutely.
So what's the status right now? You have a new gate, a new fence?
I just put up a new fence on the property line.
How much did you pay to do that?
About $3,000.
Okay.
But that's not his responsibility to replace an entire fence line.
So you had to do a fence, but you acknowledge that you did a much broader fence line.
I replaced the entire fence.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. So you notice that Mr. Coover is starting to chop down the hedges, and you come over and you say, please stop.
Yes.
What happened from that point, Mr. Coover?
Well, she told me it was her property.
Okay.
And I disregarded that because the property's been in my family for 60 years. I have a picture at home when I was in my teens that shows a much smaller fence in the exact same spot. So that hasn't never been a question of whose property it was.
Ms. Signora, you said you showed him the property line map that clearly shows the hedges on your property. Where is the property line map?
Page 3. You can see my fence, and you can see the laurels.
What is PortlandMaps.com, though?
That is how you look up properties in Portland. You can see who bought the property, what year, what it's worth.
The blue is added by you, correct?
No, that's by the city.
Did she show you this, Mr. Coover?
I don't know if that's the same exact one as this, but my lines are yellow. If I can just give you this,
Yes,
you can look at that.
Yeah, you stay there. She'll come to you.
Thank you.
And you got this from PortlandMaps.com as well?
I believe so.
Okay.
There's a metal pole as well marking the property line, which is pictured. Exhibit B, page 6. You can see there's a metal pole laid.
Yep.
And I do believe he had a survey. I think that the survey showed it was my property and he's being dishonest.
Why do you believe that?
Because I came home one day and there was orange spray paint on the ground. There were markers
Oh, I
clearly
did that.
showing.
I did that so I didn't mislead the new people coming in that could be her property.
Did you have a surveyor come?
No.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and pass this to Judge Corriero.
Oh, my gosh. Can I just see that?
Yes.
The defendant's map. Does this photograph, which you gave us, indicate that the hedges are within the plaintiff's property line?
Yes.
But after the plaintiff told you not to cut, you cut?
Correct. As soon as she told me to quit cutting, and her husband told me to quit cutting after that, I talked to my probate attorney.
Yeah.
He said, well, we can take her to court, would be your legal action as adverse possession.
These hedges now belong to you.
That would have been my legal right, was to take her to court in the first place over the property.
What is your position today?
No matter how long or if they owned the property, which I never saw anything concrete saying that it was their property, I don't still to this day know if it is.
Okay.
But the thing is, no matter whose property it was, I used to work for the city of Portland. I know what a nuisance is, I know what a mess is, and I know how to clean one up.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I was doing, whether they told me to cut it or not. The people coming in to move in had to be safe.
You don't have to get angry with me.
I did everything right in this situation, Your Honor. Everything right.
You don't have to get angry with me.
Okay.
Now, according to you, the plaintiff never exercised any indicia of ownership of those hedges.
Correct.
Until she came and told you to stop.
Yeah, if they'd have came over and offered to clean it up, I'd have stopped cutting them.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 second. When did you last exercise any kind of dominion or control over those hedges?
2 years before.
And what did you do?
We trimmed them. They were breaking the fence. My husband did it. I got a couple quotes. It was very expensive, and we had to use their driveway.
Now, were the hedges trimmed? Or the appear to be trimmed?
Oh.